Hi Libra, welcome to your September 2017 overview reading. I'm so excited to do this spread today. I just feel really good, and thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing. You guys are the absolute best. I have amazing subscribers, and my heart is so full, and that's super hokey, and I don't care. I also have plugs at the end, and I have some new astrology stuff coming up. And if you're interested in working with me, all of that stuff is at the end, so stay tuned for that. Now, this is the Angels of Abundance Doreen Virtue cards. Let's see what's coming through. Let go of guilt. When you allow your light to shine brightly, you inspire others. Forgive yourself for what you think you've done or not done, and trust that God loves you unconditionally for who you are. Learn to grow from past mistakes instead of berating yourself for them. Okay, that's pretty straightforward, so I don't feel the need to clarify. And then we have Paulina, Cassidy, the Witchlings cards. Wellness. A healthy body, mind, and spirit thrive with a constant flow of balanced energy. Right. Work out, eat well, take care of yourself, practice, reducing your stress, however that is for you. Just, make it happen. And yeah. Pretty straightforward. I'm using the Marielle Tarot for this spread. I'm just going to do a Celtic cross. I've been doing, for the past few months, I don't even remember the last time I did a Celtic cross, maybe June. So I kind of wanted to go back to it. They've just been so potent, and I want to share that with everybody. So I hope you enjoy this reading. Make sure you leave a comment and give me a like. So, let's see, about there is a good spot. And we have challenges, recent past, near future, what's going on, what's your goal for the month, what's below the surface, and then, actually I want to move this over a little bit. These are such big cards. And then advice for the month. That's in frame? Yeah. External influences, hopes and fears, and the outcome. Oh, and for those of you who have birthdays in October, go ahead and sign up for my newsletter, because you get a free solar year reading from me when you sign up for that. So I'll talk more about that at the end, but it comes out at the end of your birthday month, and it's a huge reading. but we have a lot of fun with those, and I just do it as like a thank you to everybody. So that's coming up. Take advantage of that, during your birthday month. This is the Alchemist Tarot that I'm going to be using for your growth period cards. And then for your love life, whether you're coupled or not, I'm using Tarot of Sexual Magic. All right, let's get into it. Let's see how you start off the month. Ace of Wands. So this actually looks a lot like you initiating and planning, and figuring out, what is your next project? What's your next form of creative self-expression? What else are you going to create in this world? So let's see what's the challenges with that. So it's kind of like you have a certain level of confines that you have to operate within, and those are never easy to deal with, because it's another obstacle another thing that you have to navigate. And so it's really one of those things that we just kind of don't want to deal with. You know, I completely understand. But that's kind of like what's blocking you from taking more action. It's kind of like, as you approach this, take action anyway. But if you feel like, nah, maybe next time, maybe later, like, suck it up and do it anyway. Like, that's kind of the advice, because you know about this. As you're watching this, this is creating awareness around those feelings. And so anytime you experience that, you know, come back to, not come back to this video, but think about this and push forward anyway. So what's kind of like what's in your recent past, what's shifting out? Justice. Okay, I'm getting, you know, a message to clarify this before I say anything, which I don't usually do, but I don't want to, I don't know. Here we go. So the thing with justice, right, you know, in that position is that it's kind of like you're coming from a place of indecision to deciding. So, or that was the dilemma in the past. So I asked for clarity because I was like, where is this coming from? That was the one piece I didn't have. And so it looks like you were just in this state of, I have so many options. How do I decide? And with justice there, you picked. And now you kind of have to commit to that and just move forward. Let's see what's coming into your life. Temperance, balance, right? So that's a perfect thing to see here, is like, if you had 8 options, maybe you had to narrow it down to two things that you're focusing on. I get a strong feeling that a big portion of that is creative, but regardless of what the context is, you are coming from a place of indecision into, you know, balance and understanding within yourself. It is so ironic that every time I read Libras, it's about balance. Like, it's just the funniest thing to me, because I'm like, I'm not trying, you guys. Like, I don't want that to be a theme every time. I want it to be, you know, accurate. It's just funny. Okay, so what your goal is, what you're looking forward to this month. Strength. So what I'm getting now is that it is related to the Ace of Wands. It's related to this big vision that you have for yourself, and kind of like wanting to see the fruits of your labors, especially as related to the Justice card, and having made a decision for yourself. You're like, okay, I did this. Now I want to see what happens next. I want to, fast forward to the end of the story so I can just figure out like exactly what happened. You're definitely future tensing. Beneath the surface in your subconscious, we have the Queen of Swords. So there's a deep need for independence right now. Like, that's going to be really healing. I would urge you to spend some time alone, regroup, focus on yourself, meditate, enjoy time with yourself, practice self-care, do all of that stuff, especially with wellness. You're getting called to do this deep internal work, and the way that you're able to make that happen is through independence. Your advice, Knight of Swords. So this is you. This is you fully being an independent thinker and having creative solutions to these obstacles. This is speaking to this part of the spread. It's like, okay, as you're confronted with these different obstacles, these different challenges that could, that are kind of blocking you from fully seeing, the fruition of the Strength card and Temperance, it looks as though you need to step into this more and get creative, be an independent thinker. The external influences this month, 4 of Discs, again, need for retreat, need for quiet, need for time with yourself. Because think about this, I don't know if you can see, but there's like a cabin or like a house, like just alone in the mountains. I absolutely love this card. Quard. I love this quart. You know, seriously take time for yourself. You know, say no. If you're getting pulled in 6 different directions by all these different friends, say no. It's okay. Seriously. So just understand the value of that this month. Your hopes and fears. You're really, okay, so this is coming across as a hope for you to fully achieve this thing. And this is like, I really want success and victory in whatever I put my mind to, wherever I put my actions, which, you know, yes, that's true for all of us. I don't think that any of us want, you know, of all signs, nobody wants our ideas to crash and burn, right? But this is more so specific to this thing that you're initiating this month. Or perhaps this has been a conceptual idea for years and you're only now getting to the point where you feel as though you actually kind of like have the guts to take action. And it's like, perhaps these roadblocks have been preventing you for a really long time and you're like, okay, I'm ready. Let's do this. Let's make it happen. Regardless of what happens, I just want to push through. And the outcome of the month, 6 of Wands. Oh, yes, victory. This like is the victory card. So it looks like you are able to get there, but there's always a but, right? Especially in these readings. It's all dependent on whether or not you're taking time for yourself and you're pushing through. If you let these roadblocks defeat you and you just roll over and that's it, then you're not going to get here. So it's kind of like, yeah, I can give you the outlook and the forecast for the month, but if you don't take action, I'm not making any promises. And this may not, you know, I'm going to give you tough love right now. Take action. Like, go out and do what you need to get done, seriously. And then you can get the 6 of Wands, but until you're actually doing things and pursuing what you need to do, then, you know, then you could be stagnant the entire month. Let's see. I want to clarify the Strength card. Okay, yeah, so it is like with the decisions that you've made, you're kind of like, oh, I actually picked. Now I want to see, you know, it fully come to life. So just be patient with that. It may not come right away, but, you know, just keep the faith. Hold on to your vision. Now I'm going to get into the timeline. That's what they're called. So this is first quarter, second, third, and fourth quarter. Business as usual. This is the Alchemist Oracle. I'm using Oracle cards for your growth period and Tarot Sexual Magic for your love life. Intuitive and psychic prowess. Okay, so this is deep thought. Like, you are going into a very intense, deep internal state, internal world where you are reevaluating a lot and figuring out how you're going to make things happen. So that's all I'm going to say about this until I read the others. But it also, because it's so close to the Queen of Swords, independent thinking, taking time alone, meditation, like I said in the very beginning, taking time for yourself, retreat, being an independent thinker. Take advantage. If you're in the northern hemisphere and the energies are calming down, take advantage. Take advantage of this time. I always say when we approach fall, it's the best time to this is personally for me, it's my favorite time to set intentions. It's actually not in December before the new year. My favorite is during the fall because that's when the energies are calming down and you can actually focus on what you want your domestic, internal, your home life to really look like and make those necessary adjustments. And in your love life, whether you're coupled or not, 4 of Chalices. So there's distraction. It just looks like you're not quite available or your love interest isn't quite available. So this is the timing thing. It's not necessarily about them. It's just like you have a lot of other work to do. So this kind of looks like a distraction. If you're already coupled, then this could be you know, kind of a dip in intensity, a dip in connection, especially because you're so cerebral right now. So just ask, you know, communicate with your partner about what's going on with you. Okay, second quarter growth period, feeling and form. Again, more of that psychic nature coming through. And again, you really, I urge you to take time for yourself. Seriously. But like, after you watch this video, make a list of 10 things that you want to do just by yourself and make that happen this month. Do you want to go get a massage? Do you want to, you know, go on a hike by yourself at a place that you've been wanting to go? Do you want to go to a movie by yourself? Like, go, you know, do something for yourself. I just had an experience at a Himalayan salt cave, which was pretty sweet. Absolutely amazing for anxiety. Go do that. Go treat yourself. However you want to do it, make it happen. And in your love life, 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is like there's more to give. It looks like this is coming from someone else, like they're more available to give to you and support you, but it comes from this communication. So whether you're dating or you're coupled or whatever, it looks like this person is able to provide, but you have to ask first. This won't happen unless you actually, you know, say, hey, I really need you to be with me right now, or I need something from you, whatever that is. Third quarter, expectation. Watch yourself, seriously, with the Ace of Wands, you know, the obstacles that you're coming into and really looking forward to how everything's going to map out. You don't know how it's going to unfold, and so expectations can kind of be dangerous. And I think that's why they chose the snake for this. Because it's like, all right, be careful. Let it unfold naturally. Don't get ahead of yourself. And this is specifically relating to whatever projects you have going on. And in your love life, Queen of Pentacles. Again, independence, responsibility. This, you know, is very much about you taking on a grounded role. So it looks like there's kind of, you know, this is you being super, like, taking on those air qualities. As you shift through, you become more grounded and present within your relationships. So this just looks like you being able to reconnect with yourself and be more present with your partner, with your family, with whoever is important to you. And the fourth quarter, loudspeaker. So a lot of this has to do with communication. And what I'm getting now is it's like you're becoming more vocal about your project, about your work in the world, about what you're doing, your ambitions, your hopes, your dreams. You're actually putting that on blast. And in your romantic life, Knight of Pentacles. So with the imagery of this card, it's kind of like you keep walking like yeah, as someone is kind of trying to get your attention. So don't allow it to distract you. In the same breath, acknowledge the people who are important. If you know, but if dating is not your priority right now, don't be afraid to just like put it on a back burner. If that's not really what you want to make happen right now, that's okay. We all have different periods of time when that makes sense for us and when it doesn't. Now I'm going to do a 3-card pick with the Sledis Tarot. So go ahead and focus on a card that's calling to you. If you have a question, ask it. If you want to use all 3, go for it. Any variation that you like. If you just want advice, ask card number 1. Five of Wands. So it just looks like there's a lot of conflict within your decision making, within your next steps. And it's kind of like buyer's remorse, you know, like, oh God, what if it doesn't work out? Especially with the expectation card and it's sitting on top of justice. So I'm getting a strong feeling that it has to do with, you know, oh, did I get myself in a pickle? If you ask something specific to partnership, or if you're asking about like, you know, is this the right person, or is this the right job? I would say no. It looks way more demanding than is necessary. Card number 2. This is, oh gosh, what is this? Because what I'm getting from this is like the Queen of Pentacles energy is very similar to this. I don't remember if it's like the Empress or the High Priestess, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Because the main message here is divine femininity is coming through big time. So just make sure that you're embracing that within yourself. And the other thing, it's like this is a reminder to really take the wellness card seriously and take really good care of yourself. Okay, and card number 3, King of Swords. So this is someone who, I really want to say this is an Aquarius. I don't normally say that, but this really looks like an Aquarian. But whatever, you know, it could be any old person, any old sign. But this is someone coming into your life. So if you're like, oh, well, I meet someone, then this is that person. This also looks like a person who will help you. So if you're asking like an advice question, this is like your friend, your buddy, your pal that you can call on anytime, day or night, to support you and give you the guidance that you need this month. Okay? So I really hope you enjoyed this reading. I'll talk about all of the plugs and everything, but if you are not interested in that, I totally understand. And I will see you next time. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all that you do, and I appreciate you so much. So about the newsletter, again, if you're interested in getting your solar year reading, if your birthday is in September, you'll get it at the end of September. If your birthday is in October, you'll get it at the end of October. But just go ahead and sign up for my newsletter. The link is in the description. And I also am sending out like tips for the astrology each month. It's just a quick thing, like my 3 tips for getting through these transits, this astrology. And then also, if you're interested in working with me one-on-one, if you have questions, if you want an energetic reading, clearing, healing, we can totally work together. Go ahead and book a session with me. The description has the link in it. And also, if you are interested in a single question reading, you're welcome to submit that as well. The link is also in the description. And if you have any questions for me, there's an email address where you can send it. And I, again, thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and I will see you next time. Bye.